Welcome to Dateline Polk with news about your county government. I'm your host, Cristal Rolle. Today you'll learn about County Commission actions from the February 21st board meeting. The future of Polk County's water supply was front and center in Tuesday's meeting as the board approved a plan to ensure the county's future. The board approved a nearly $4 million Polk Regional Water Cooperative Combined Projects Implementation Agreement, which will be spent over a 5-year period. The future of the county's water supply is vital to the quality of life for Polk's residents and economic development. The Regional Water Cooperative narrowed a list of projects to 3, which this agreement will help fund in phases. Those projects include the West Polk Deep Well Field in Lakeland, the Southeast Well Field near Frostproof, and the Peace Creek Integrated Water Supply Project in Winter Haven. The projects will help reduce the county's water deficit and produce 50 million gallons a day when operational, which will significantly help the county with its future needs. The first phase of the Combined Projects Implementation Agreement, which will take up to 5 years to complete, will include field testing, test wells, site evaluations, yield verification, cost refinement, preliminary and conceptual design and rate analysis. The projected cost of this stage is $23 million, which will be shared by the municipalities and the Southwest Florida Water Management District.
The Commission approved 3 implementation agreements with the Polk Regional Water Cooperative. The first agreement is the Combined Projects Agreement. Polk County is anticipated to need about 46 million gallons of water by the year 2035. This implementation agreement allows the Phase 1 part of the project at a total cost of about $22 million and will be co-funded by the Southwest Florida Water Management District at 50%. Polk County's share, as our membership, our share of our projected water need is about 1/3 of that. So the total cost to Polk County is anticipated not to exceed a little less than $4 million. And that includes the 50% cost share by the Southwest Florida Water Management District. The other 2 implementation agreements are for water conservation projects. This allows all of Polk County customers to apply for water conservation projects, and so we can conserve water across all of Polk County.
The board approved a second work authorization for Aqua SciTech, which is not to exceed $263,851 to prepare a 10-year compliance report required for the Northeast Regional Utility Service Area Water Use Permit. The company will conduct an evaluation of the population, water use, water level, and water quality data. It will also complete all documentation to fulfill permit requirements to include 10-year compliance report and supporting documentation for existing permit allocations.
The Commission approved an agreement with Aqua SciTech Consulting to perform the 10-year compliance report for the Northeast Service Area for utilities. The 10-year compliance report is a requirement of our water use permit by the Southwest Florida Water Management District. It reviews where we are about halfway through the permit.
A cooperative funding agreement with the Southwest Florida Water Management District for the Laufman and Ridgewood Reclaimed Water Transmission Project was approved by the board Tuesday at a cost not to exceed $1,252,500. Once complete, the project will supply reclaimed water to the Laufman and Ridgewood Lakes area developments. The project will include the design, permit, and construction of about 12,400 feet of reclaimed water transmission mains.
The Commission approved an agreement for with the Southwest Florida Water Management District for a reclaimed water transmission project. This project is going to be along Laufman and Ridgewood, It's going to cost about $2.5 million, and SwiftMud will co-fund half of that project.
Engineering, design, and permitting services for the Lake Gwynn East Surface Water Restoration Project were approved by the board for a cost of about $180,000. An infrastructure agreement with CG Land Services, LLC, to construct a portion of the Dunson Road extension was approved Tuesday. In the agreement, Dunson Road will be extended east to Buckingham Drive and improve the collector road network between Ronald Reagan Parkway and US 27. The project is expected to cost about $663,424. The board also approved an agreement with Keystone Challenge Fund Incorporated to administer down payment and closing cost assistance program to assist very low to moderate income home buyers. The 2017 federal appropriation requests also were approved by the board for the SAFER grant, which will help with funding 30 new firefighter positions, and the Tiger grant to help fund the Bartow Northern Connector Phase 2 project. In other news, during the county attorney's portion of the meeting, the board approved a cash performance surety for $19,580 for the Highlands Grace Phase 1 development. The board also approved the selection committee's recommendation to authorize staff to negotiate an agreement with Clemens, Rutherford and Associates to provide architectural and engineering services for the future Polk County Sheriff's Office new bookend facility. The board presented certificates of service to several employees, which included Robert E. Martin for 25 years of service in the Facilities Management Division, Deetra A. Johnson for 30 years of service in the Utilities Division.
Women in STEM is an important part of building a great university. Great universities have to have appropriate representation of all parts of the population.
It was proclaimed March 14, 2017 as Florida Polytechnic University Women in STEM Day. Dr. Terry Parker, who represented Florida Polytechnic University, accepted the proclamation.
Florida Poly, as you know, is the 12th newest addition to the Florida State University system. Florida takes its education seriously, and Florida Poly is one of the outgrowths of Florida's seriousness about higher ed. We're in our third year of operation, about 1,300 students on site, about 60 faculty on site. A complete focus on the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields. So we're a very focused university, and that's unique in the Florida SUS system. It's also unique that we're such a small campus. The Florida State universities have really grown to be gargantuan, and Florida Poly is not organized that way. It's a much smaller school. For the STEM fields, one of the challenges that all the STEM fields have is broadening up participation to make your student body look kind of like the population in Florida. So that's what the proclamation from today is about. It's supporting the Women in STEM Pi Day, which is March 14th. And the point of that is simply to continue to support women in the STEM fields and actually move the participation of women in STEM fields, not only at Florida Poly, but across the nation upwards. So we're happy to be a part of that.
Janet Parham was appointed a member of the Polk County Historical Commission for a 3-year term that will end on September 30th, 2019. Cynthia A. Clifford was appointed as an alternate member of the Housing and Neighborhood Development Citizens Advisory Committee for a 3-year term that will end on September 30th, 2019. In public hearings, during the afternoon session, the board held several public hearings on a variety of items. Those items up for consideration included the board approved a change to the Providence development of Regional Impact Development Order that altered pedestrian connections. An expansion of a truck stop and the services it offers was approved for a Level 4 conditional use modification that would allow the business along State Road 60 to expand some of its business, including truck parking, a tire shop, truck wash, and overnight parking. A small-scale comprehensive plan map amendment to change the future land use designation on 5.7 acres from residential low to business park center for Pilot Bank, the owner of the property, in the transit supportive development area in West Lakeland on County Road 552. In other actions, the board also approved a sub-district change from Business Park Center 1 to Business Park Center 2, along with an added list of conditions to Appendix E of the Land Development Code to limit the intensity of the proposed business park center. Well, that wraps up this edition of Dateline Polk. To keep current with programs and progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We encourage you to join us at the next scheduled board meeting at 9 a.m. Tuesday, March 7th. I'm Cristal Rolle. Thanks for watching.